Hello, hello, hello. I'm Anjanette, and welcome to Storytime, boys and girls. So, good news, I figured out how to just share the screen easier with you guys so that you can actually see the characters in the book because I really believe visualization helps with these books. So, we left off with the Brave Bunny and the Friendly Fox at chapter 8, but I'm just going to share my screen. So, hang on a second. And we're going to go over here and we're going to make this louder. Okay, so we're going to go through this a little bit because we read a lot of this, but I do want you to see some of the characters. So here they are in the burrow. Okay, and this is Finn, my friendly bunny. Okay, there he is. I love my little Finster. So when we last were in the story, a lot of the other animals from the burrow had gone missing, and the bunnies and the parents were getting worried. So this is our fox. This is the friendly fox who's not so friendly. So we're gonna head into chapter 8. I think that's where we left off. And last we read, he kept running into the fox, and the fox, he felt more threatened by the fox the last few times. So in chapter 7, we were talking about how he ran home and he told his mom that he encountered the fox. And I believe in chapter 8, we're heading to see the wise owl. So all the elders got together and it's my dog panting. We just came in from outside. So they were talking about how they wanted to see the wise owl because they were concerned that maybe this fox had something to do with all the other missing animals. So they head to see the wise owl. Okay. So let's get started. The sun dips low over the meadow, casting long shadows as the bunnies gathered in a tight circle near the ancient oak tree. The air was thick with worry. Let me move this so I can actually read. We'll put this up here. Um, the air was thick with worry. The recent disappearance had left the community on edge. Papa Bunny cleared his throat, addressing the anxious crowd. We need guidance, he began. Someone who can see beyond our limited view. I propose we seek the counsel of the wise owl. Moments later, a gentle rustling was heard, and Wise Owl descended gracefully, his feathers shimmering in the moonlight. His large golden eyes blinked thoughtfully as he regarded the visitors. Greetings, my friends, Wise Owl hooted softly. What brings you to my abode at this hour? Mama Bunny stepped forward, her voice trembling slightly. Wise Owl, several of our young ones have gone missing, have vanished without a trace. Today, Finn encountered a fox named Felix who tried to lure him away. We fear he may be connected to the disappearance. Wise Owl's eyes narrowed, reflecting deep contemplation. Ah, Felix, he murmured, I have observed his movements. He has been lurking near our meadow, watching, waiting. I have seen where he retreats. Finn's ears perked up. You know where he goes? He asked, a mix of fear and curiosity in his voice. Wise Owl nodded solemnly. Indeed, Felix has a den deep within the thicket, beyond the old creek. It is a place shrouded in shadows where few dare to venture. Papa Bunny's brow furrowed. Can you guide us there? We must rescue our missing kin. Wise Owl spread his magic wings. I shall lead you, he declared, but I proceed with caution. Felix is cunning and his den is fraught with hidden dangers. The bunnies exchanged determined glances. With Wise Owl's audience, with Wise Owl's guidance, they felt a renewed sense of hope. Together, they would confront the threat and bring their loved ones home. As the moon cast a silvery glow over the meadow, Wise Owl led the determined group of bunnies through the dense forest. The air was thick with anticipation. The only sounds were the soft ruffling of leaves and the occasional hoot from Wise Owl, signaling the path ahead. Finn stayed close to his parents, his eyes wide as he took this unfamiliar surroundings. He could not help but feel a mix of fear and hope. Fear of what they might encounter and hope they would find their missing friends safe. Wise Owl paused on a sturdy branch, his keen eyes scanning the forest floor. This way, he whispered, gliding silently to a lower perch. The bunnies followed, their paws barely making a sound on the soft earth. As they ventured deep into the woods, the trees grew thicker and the shadows grew darker. Finn's heart pounded in his chest, but he pressed on, driven by the thought of rescuing his friends. After what felt like hours, Wise Owl halted, his gaze fixed on a barely visible trail of paw prints leading into a thicket. Felixen lies ahead, he murmured. Papa Bunny nodded, turning to the group. Stay close and remain silent. We must approach with caution. As they carefully navigated through the dense underbrush, a faint, muffled sound reached Finn's ears. He strained to listen, realizing it was the soft whimpering of their missing friends. There, Finn whispered, pointing to a small concealed burrow entrance, partially obscured by tangled vines. The group hurried over, and Mama Bunny gently called out, It's us. We've come to take you home. One by one, the missing bunnies emerged, their eyes wide with fear, but brightening at the sight of their rescuers. Tears of relief flowed as families were reunited, nuzzling each other affectionately. But their joy was short-lived. A low growl echoed from the shadows, and Felix stepped into the dim light, his green eyes gleaming with menace. Leaving so soon, he sneered, blocking their path. The bunnies huddled together, trembling, but Wise Owl swooped down, positioning himself between Felix and its group. You've caused enough harm, Felix, Wise Owl said sternly. It's time to let them go. Felix snarled, but the combined determination of the Wise Owl and the united bunny families made him hesitate. With a final glare, he turned and sinked back into the darkness. The bunnies wasted no time, quickly making their way through the forest, guided by the Wise Owl's vigilant watch. As they emerged into the familiar meadow, a collective sigh of relief swept through the group. Finn looked up at Wise Owl, gratitude shining in his eyes. Thank you for helping us, he said softly. Wise Owl nodded, a gentle smile on his beak. Remember, bravery isn't just about facing danger. It's about making the right choices to protect those you care about. Finn nodded, understanding the weight of those words as he embraced his family, thankful to be home. The Fox's Secret. As the bunnies made their way back to the safety of their meadow, the weight of their recent adventure hung heavily in the air. The rescue had been successful, but questions lingered in Finn's mind, especially about Felix, the fox who had caused so much trouble. That evening, as the stars twinkled overhead, Finn approached Wise Owl, who was perched serenely on a low-hanging branch near the burrow. Wise Owl, Finn began hesitantly. Why did Felix do all those things? He seemed so friendly at first. Wise Owl looked down at Finn, his golden eyes reflecting the moonlight. Ah, young Finn, he hooted softly. Appearances can be deceiving. Felix's charm was but a mask to hide his true intentions. Finn's ears drooped slightly. But why would he want to trick us? What did he gain from it? Taking a deep breath, Wise Owl explains Felix is a predator by nature. His instincts drive him to hunt, and his cunning allows him to devise elaborate plans to catch his prey. By luring young bunnies away from the safety of their burrow, he made his task easier. Finn shivered at the thought. So he never really wanted to be our friend? I'm afraid not, Wise Owl replied gently. His friendliness was a ruse, a tactic to lower your guard. Reflecting on this, Finn asked, Is there a way to know when someone is pretending to be nice? Wise Owl nodded. Trust is something that is built over time. True friends show their kindness through consistent actions, not just words. It is important to listen to your instincts. It sometimes feels off. It's always best to be cautious and seek advice from those you trust. Finn thought about his initial unease around Felix and realized that his instincts had been warning him. Remember, Wise Owl continued, the world is filled with both good and bad. While it's important to be open and kind, it's equally crucial to be discerning and protect yourself from harm. Feeling a mix of sadness and understanding, Finn thanked Wise Owl for his wisdom. He now grasped the importance of being cautious even when someone appeared friendly. As he returned to his family, Finn felt a newfound sense of awareness. He was determined to share these lessons with his fellow bunnies, ensuring that they would all be better prepared to recognize and avoid any deceit in the future. A lesson learned. Back in the safety of their meadow, the bunny community gathered to celebrate the return of their missing friends. The air was filled with joy, but also a newfound sense of caution. Mama Bunny hugged Finn tightly, her eyes glistened with tears. I'm so proud of you, Finn. You remembered our warnings and made the right choice. Papa Bunny nodded in agreement. Your bravery wasn't just in facing Felix, but in trusting your instincts and seeking help. Finn felt a warm glow of pride. I realized that even if someone seems friendly, it's important to be careful and to listen to the advice of those who care about us. Wise Owl, perched nearby, added, This experience has taught us all valuable lessons about trust, about caution, and the importance of community. The bunnies decided to share their story with the neighboring animal communities, ensuring that others would learn from their experience. They organized gatherings where Finn recounted his encounter with Felix, emphasizing the importance of making safe choices and seeking guidance from trusted adults. Through these shared stories, the forest animals grew closer, looking out for one another and fostering a safer environment for all. A safer meadow. In the days that followed, the bunnies took proactive steps to ensure their meadow remained a safe haven. They reinforced their burrows, established watch groups, and created clear boundaries for the young ones. Finn and his friends participated in safety lessons, learning how to recognize potential dangers and the importance of staying within designated safe areas. The community also built a strong relationship with Wise Owl, who agreed to serve as a guardian and advisor, offering his wisdom and keen eyesight to help watch over the meadow. I like Mr. Owl. One sunny afternoon, as Finn played with the friends near the burrow, he noticed a group of younger bunnies venturing close to the meadow's edge. Remembering his own experiences, Finn hopped over and gently guided them back. It's fun to explore, he said, but always make sure you're with someone you trust and never wander too far. The young bunnies nodded, appreciating Finn's guidance. As the sun set, casting a golden hue over the meadow, Finn sat with his family, feeling a deep sense of pride of contentment, feeling a deep sense of contentment. He had learned that true bravery was not just about facing dangers, but also about making wise choices. The meadow was not just a place of play, but a community bound by trust, care, and shared responsibility. And so the bunnies thrived, their bond stronger than ever, ready to face whatever challenges the futures might hold together. The end. Okay, so I gotta get out of this somehow. Unshare. Okay. Uh-oh. Stop share. Stop share. Hello. So what did you think, boys and girls? So I think it's an important lesson that when our parents tell us things, sometimes they seem like they're giving us a lot of chores to do, or they may seem overly cautious, but it's because they have our best interest at heart always, and they want to ensure our safety. So it's really important to listen to that emotion that you feel. Sometimes we feel something's just not right in our bodies. It's very important to listen to that and make those safe choices. It's also important to listen to people who care about us, who tell us things to keep us safe and happy. So I hope you've enjoyed this story of Brave Bunny and the friendly fox who wasn't so friendly. So there are good people in the world and there are bad people in the world too. So trust is built over time. So just keep that in mind, okay? Never go anywhere with a stranger you don't know. Try to make sure that you know your phone number, you know your address, and you always know, how to get home, right? Or how to call your home. And if someone is approaching you and it makes you feel uneasy, then run. Don't ask questions, just run. Okay. And run to into a crowd or run to an adult or um, wherever you feel safe, okay? Don't be afraid to scream if something scares you. It's okay, all right? So I hope you've enjoyed this story and I hope you understand the importance of listening to those who care about us. Have a great day.